Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Waxaan bilaabaynaa chapterkii saddexaad transformation geometry qaybtiisa koowaad vectors transformation geometry transformation, this is changing positions, size and shape of an object, whereby this part geometry is a branch of maths that studies angles, lines, surfaces and solids. Now vectors, now first topic. Now by the end of the lesson, the learners should be able to differentiate vectors and scalar quantities, explain magnitude, direction of a vector, identify, define unit vectors and null vectors, determine some differences of two vectors, lastly express any given vector as a position vector. Now a vector has both magnitude and direction. A scalar only has magnitude, no direction. Vectors are indicated by an arrow over the symbol. Vector representation. A vector quantity is represented by a straight line. So that is the straight line. Call this A and B. So that is the representation of a vector. Now the difference between these two, the difference between a vector and a scalar quantity, we said that a vector quantity, this one has magnitude plus the direction. Whereby the scalar, this one has only magnitude but no direction. Magnitude but no direction. A very good example for this one is distance, speed, time and so on. For this one, examples of vectors are, we have the velocity, displacement, accelerations, force. These are examples of vector quantities. Now we said a vector quantity is represented using an arrow diagram. We normally use arrow to show the directions of the vector, whereby the magnitude becomes the length or the size or the modulus of that. So OA, you can see the line starts from OA, that is where the line starts. So that is from O to A. You can see this is northeast. This is northeast. The direction is that way, northeast direction. So that is what we normally use arrow to indicate the direction of the vector. So let's call this one A. We also have another one there. We have also another one. So that is also that. Now the arrow will tell you the direction of the vector. The direction of the vector. Now the line segment represents A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K. Write these vectors in the form of XY. Meaning XY means column vectors. A, B, how many units to the left and how many units to the right. So A, B. We normally use vectors. Either you can draw a line on top, or you can you write in bold letters A, B, or you can write A, B that way. So this is way of representing vectors. So AB will be equal to, you move how many steps to the right and how many steps upward. You always follow the direction of the arrow. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So we have 4, 3. So meaning 4, 3 means move 4 steps to the right and then 3 steps up. AB, CD is the direction will be one to the left and then one downward. So one to the left, one downward. They are both negatives. I'm getting the answers from the graph. That is CD. We have EF to the left. You move to the left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 steps downward. -5, -2 to the left, and then 2 steps downward. GH, you move how many steps to the right? You move 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. So 4, 3. So that is positive 4 and 3. We move to JK. JK is 3. We have 3 steps to the left, not to the right, I'm sorry, and then 2 steps downward. 3, -2. 3, -2. 3, -2. So these are a length of lines. We call them line segments. We call them line segments. We call them line segments. Draw the line segments to represent the following vectors: AB 3, -1. So AB 3, -1 means you just draw lines here, lines, and then you just pick a point. For you to draw 3, -1, you just pick a point somewhere here. So let's say this is my position. So 3 steps to the right, I want to draw 3, -1. 3, -1, just do like this. 3 steps to the right, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 step downward. 1 step downward. And then you use the direction, and then you call this one A, B. BC, we have -3, -2, -3. I just pick a point again. -3, -2. -3 to the left, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 steps downward. So that one again, you just join the point. There you have BC. And then lastly, we have 0, 2. 0, 2 means 0, no movement in the x-axis, but for the y we have 2. So I just pick a point there, I call it C, and then I move 2 steps upward. So this is CD. So that is CD. I've drawn -3, -2, and also I've also drawn 0, 2. 0, 2. Next, find the magnitude. Find the magnitude of the following vectors. We can call that either magnitude or size or the length or the modulus of the vectors. They all mean the same: magnitude, size. Okay. So 4 minus 3, the magnitude will be equal to, this is the general formula for finding magnitude. You have x squared plus y squared. So this will be x squared, you get 4 squared, plus minus 3 squared, you get 16, plus 9, you get 25, and then the square root of that is 5 units. The square root is 5 units. The next one is minus 5 minus 12. Minus 5 minus 12. The same way, x squared, y squared. So x squared minus 5 squared plus minus 12 squared. There you get 25 plus 144, you get 169. And then 169, you get 13 units. 13 units. The last one is 07. 07, 0 squared plus 7 squared, you get 49. 49, and then you have 7 units. 7 units. Unit vectors. Unit vector, a unit vector is any vector whose magnitude is unity, or 0. I mean 1 unit. I'm sorry, 1 unit. So AB, we have that is 1 unit. That is 1 0. 1 0. So this is a unit vector. CD is also the same. CD, that will be CD, you get 1 unit downward again, so this one becomes 0, -1. So a unit vector is a vector whose magnitude is 1 unit. So therefore, let me find the magnitude of AB. So you just write x squared plus y squared, and then you get 1 squared plus 1 squared is 1 plus 0, you get √1 is equal to 1, so we have 1 unit. The same for this one, you still get a 1 unit. The next one is you're told to find the vectors, vector P, such that 5 minus 6 plus P is equal to 0, 0. Therefore, you are told to calculate for P. Vector P will be equal to 0, 0. And then you transfer this to the left, and then you have 5, -6. So this will be 0 minus that 5, you get -5. 0 minus minus becomes +6. So that is for P. That is the first one, A. The next one, we have 5 minus 6 is equal to plus P is equal to I. So I is this way. So this is where I is, and this is J. So I is 1, 0, and J is 0, 1. So instead of I, you put 1, 0, and you have -5, 6, plus P is equal to 1, 0, and then therefore P will be equal to 1, 0. You transfer this to the left, to the right, I'm sorry, -5, +6. You get, that will be +1 minus minus becomes 6, and this one becomes -6. So that is for B. The last one, we have J, we have 5, -6, 5, -6, plus P is equal to J. Therefore, P will be equal to, instead of J, we will write 0, 1. So 5, -6 plus P is equal to 0, 1. So P will be equal to 0, 1, bracket. To the right, that one becomes 5 minus 6. And then that will be -5. And then this one becomes 7. So that one is also null or 0 vectors. The next one is null or 0 vectors. Null or 0 vectors is a vector whose magnitude is 0. So we have PQ, 5 minus 3, and then QP, we have -5, 3. And then you are told to calculate the magnitude of PQ plus QP. Therefore, this will be equal to, let's first of all add them together. We add this corresponding, -5, 5 minus 5 is 0, and then -3 plus 3 also becomes 0. So therefore, the magnitude of this one is also another, the magnitude becomes 0. So that is null or 0 vectors. If P is equal to 5, 3, and Q is equal to, we have P 5, 3, no 3, 5, I'm sorry, 3, 5, and Q is equal to -4, 3. Then the question is, no, R is equal to 1 minus 2. You're told find showing the vectors by calculation. A, by calculation P plus Q. P plus Q. P will be equal to 3, 5 plus Q, which is -4, 3. -4, 3, you get -1, 8. That is P plus Q. The next one is P plus Q plus R. P plus Q plus R P is 3, 5. Q minus 4, 3. Minus 4, 3. And then R is 1 minus 2. So this will be minus 1, that one becomes 0. This is plus 8, 6. So that is P plus Q plus R. That is by calculation. That is by calculation. And you still get the same if you draw, that is. If you draw, you will get the same for that one. Now, vectors OA, OB, and OC are such that OA is equal to 2, 1. OA is equal to 2, 1. OB is equal to 3 minus 4. Minus 4. Express each of the following as a column vector. As a column vector. Okay. The question now is, find the scalar multiplication of that will be 1 over 4 OA plus 3 over 4 OB. The scalar multiplication. So 1 over 4 into bracket OA, you have, this is 2, 1, plus OB, you have 3 over 4 bracket 3, negative 4. So therefore you multiply this one, you get half, and then you also get 1 over 4 for that part. Therefore you get 9 out of 4, and then minus 3. So we add the first one, 1 over 2 plus 9 over 4. So the LCM of these two is 4. You divide, you get 2, and then plus 9, you get 11 over 4. And then the next one is you add 1 over 4 subtracted 3. The LCM is also 4. That will be 1 minus 12. You get minus 11 over 4. So that is the scalar multiplication of that one. So 11 over 4 minus 11 over 4. marka cashirka intaas uu ka egyahay insha Allah linkiga hoos ku yaala ayaad ka qoranaysaan access.
ilmaha waa inaan la siin caanaha daasadaha ama caana booraha kuwaasoo u keena gaas, calool fadhi iyo calool sidoo kalena kor u qaada khatarta ugu jira xanuunada daran sida sonkorowga, cayilka, dhiigkarka iyo kansarka noocyadiisa kala duwan.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Waxaan oo socday chapterka transformation geometry. Waxaan soo qaadanay qaybta koowaad vectors, column vectors, null vectors, magnitude of vectors. Maanta waxaan qaadanaynaa casharkeennii labaad oo transformation geometry qaybtiisa 3.12 vector geometry. Learning outcomes. Vector geometry. Vector geometry. Learning outcomes. By the end of the lesson, learners will be able to differentiate vectors from scalar quantities, determine some difference, the law of the law of addition of vectors. Now, vectors, the difference between a vector and a scalar quantity is a vector quantity is a quantity with magnitude and directions. Magnitude and directions. And directions. For example, let's say you have the x and y axis there, and then you draw a line from the origin that way. So this is north, then east. This point is northeast. So you can see now this is the direction, and the length of the line is the magnitude. So this one is a vector quantity. So therefore, it starts from the origin. The line starts from the origin. So we have the length which represents the magnitude there, and the arrow which represents the direction. Now a very good example of a vector quantity is velocity, acceleration, force, and so on. So scalar quantity, scalar quantity. Scalar quantity, this one is a quantity with only magnitude. A very good example is distance, speed, and so on. So that is the introduction of the difference between a vector quantity and a scalar quantity. Next, example now. Example. Example number 1. Example number 1, you have this shape. Now OB is 2A, PQ is 2B minus 3A, OR is 3B. Expressed in terms of A and B as simply as possible. OQ. OQ is the distance from O to Q. From that distance is OQ. Now there are two routes. You can follow the route OP and then PQ. OQ means move from O, go to Q. O to P and then P to Q. Or you can move this way, that is from O to R and then R to Q. Now this one, OQ, I'll be using this route, so OQ will be equal to OP plus PQ. So OP is 2A plus 2B minus 3A. So we collect like terms. 2A minus 3A is minus A plus 2B. This will be equal to 2B minus A. That is vector OQ. The next one is QR. Yes, QR. QR is this route, QR. So QR will be equal to QO plus OR. QO plus OR. Plus OR. So QO is the reverse of this one, so I will multiply this one by a negative. So this becomes a plus A minus 2B, and then OR is 3B. OR is 3B. So therefore you get A plus B. So that is again vector QR. Next, the diagram shows a scalene triangle ABC. So this was number 1. Number 2, a scalene triangle. AB is 3A, BC is 2B, and then M is the midpoint. Let me try to draw the triangle. So that is the triangle. This is A, and then B, then C. M is the midpoint, and then 3A, and then 2B. M is the midpoint of the line. Find an expression in terms of AB for the vectors AC. 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 The distance from A to C, meaning you move from A, go to C. So A, B, and then B, C. That is the route. AB, and then plus BC. That is the root. So therefore this is 3A and then plus 2B. Plus 2B. Therefore that is now the final answer. AM from A to M. M is the midpoint. So it is half of the line AC. half of the line AC. So half AC. What is AC? AC is this one. We have 3A plus 2B. So this will be equal to 3 over 2A and then plus B. Plus B. BM. BM. B to M. B to M. That is B to M. BM is BA plus AM. BA plus AM. So BA is negative 3A plus AM. We know AM is this one. We have 3 over 2A and then plus B. So you look for the LCM of these two, you get 2. That will be minus 6. Minus 6 plus 3 is minus 3. And then plus B. So the final answer will be B minus 3 over 2A. 3 over 2A. Example number 3. Example number 3. Example number 3. The triangle. The triangle. We have this triangle. Of that triangle. There you have A plus B. This is A, another A. This is B, A, and then C, and then D. The question is, express in terms of A and B, AD. 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 AD, this distance will be equal to AB plus BD. AB plus BD. AB is A. BD is A plus B. So the answer will be 2A plus B. DC. 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 DC is this side. So DC will be equal to DB plus BC. DB plus BC. So DB is, you multiply this one by negative. So this will be minus A minus B. Minus A minus B. And then you add plus A. Therefore you get minus A plus A is 0. The answer remains minus B. MN. MN. M. N. Mn is the midpoint. This is M and this is N. So this line is Mn. That line is Mn. So Mn is equal to half dA. Half dA. So Mn first of all is equal to Mn is equal to MA plus AC plus CN plus CN. So MA, this distance is half of the line DA. Half of the line DA plus AC is A plus A, 2A. So that is AC, which is 2A. And then plus CN, CN is half of the line CD. Half of the line CD. So therefore, DA, we know AD is 2A plus B. So DA will be the reverse. That is minus B minus 2A. So this will be half bracket minus 2A plus minus 2A minus B. Plus 2A plus half CD. CD is this one. DC is A DC is minus B. DC is minus B. So the reverse will be CD will be the reverse. That will be plus B. Next, cancel these two. You get minus A. Minus A. Then minus, that will be multiply these two. You get minus half B plus 2A plus B. So we collect like terms. Minus A plus 2A is A. Minus half B plus B is half B positive. But half B positive, half B. So that is example number 3. Example number 4. Example number 4. Example number 4. Now example number 4 is the line, a triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle, L is the midpoint of BC, M divides the line LA in the ratio 1 to 5, and BC is B, BA is Q. Express the following in terms of B and Q. Now first of all, let me draw the isosceles triangle. That is the isosceles triangle. We are told L is the midpoint. I draw a line from L to that point. So this is A, this is B, and C. This point is M, and this point is N. Now the question is, BC is B. So BC is B. And then BA is Q. BA is Q. BA is Q, this side. And we know that this is an isosceles triangle. Now you're told, express LA. LA. So LA is number 4. So LA will be equal to, L to A will be equal to AL LC plus CN, or LB plus BA. So LA will be equal to LB plus BA. So LB, we know that BC is B, so therefore LB will be half of the line BC, or CB, therefore this will becomes minus half B plus this line, which is Q. So the answer will be Q minus half B. A to N, that is this line, A to N. A to N is, we are told the ratio, this is 2 to 5. This is 2 to 5, and this is 1. This is 1 to 5. 2 to 5 or 1 to 5. So the line AC will be equal to 2 out of the total 7. 7 is the total, 5 plus 2, that is 7. The line AC. The line AC. And AC is the same as AC is the same as BA. So therefore this will be 2 out of 7. 2 out of 7 bracket minus Q. BA is Q, so AB becomes minus. So therefore, you multiply this one by Q, you get minus 2 out of 7Q. 2 out of 7Q. Then LM, the last one, LM. L to M. L to M is here, L to M. So LM will be 1 out of the total, the line LA. So 1 out of 6, the line LA. And 1 out of 6, the line LA is Q minus half B. So therefore, you multiply this, you get 1 out of 6Q minus 1 out of 12 P. You multiply 1 out of 6 times Q and then 1 out of 6 times minus half B, you get this. So 10 marka intaas ku leeyahay